Jerry, of course, going into every game, you've got a plan for whoever you're facing. We didn't win it, but do you think the players followed it to a T today?
Yeah, they did. I said to you before the game it looked different. And even though we played wing-backs, they were slightly different. They played in midfield, so got Dan Hayfield going inside and Dan Greenslade going inside, so it's more of a 3-4-3 really. And then what happened was the two front wide ones, if they were wide, our wing-backs were inside, but if they went inside, our wing-backs went high-wide as well, so it was a real bit of detail tactically. I've got to be honest, part of it was to stop their wingers because they like to go in and overload middle of the pitch. We knew Alfie Santos would do that a lot, especially his side. And then Bray also likes to do it, but he likes to come outside as well. So that was a little bit to negate them. But also for us, I thought it really worked. And we had some really good moments first half. I thought first half when we got to the byline, there was a couple of balls we cut back, couldn't quite get on the end of. And I thought the last 20 minutes we were the dominant side. I thought we were on the front foot. I thought we really drove down the hill. A wonder save from Will Henry. I think it took a couple of deflections where we had Dan Hayford exactly what I wanted. He's driving in, he became a midfield player. Driving in, another one that's been blocked in there, defensive block. Another header from Kieran, really good delivery, and Kieran's got across the near post. So we were the most likely. Tight game first half, tactically. But like I said, I can't fault their performance there, the lads. We want to win the game, of course we do. But to come here, it's no mean feat at the moment because they're fighting for their lives. They're still in the bottom three and they've got to try and survive in this league. And I know what that feels like. But for us, it's a good start to 2023. A point on the board and a really good performance level. That's what I liked about today.
Yeah, you've raised concern about defensively recently. I can't really remember Chippenham having a chance in open play, which is very satisfying.
No, the referee was trying. A lot of silly free kicks he was given, which weren't free kicks, on the edge of the box. We seemed to give away a lot of them. But like I said, they weren't really free kicks, and he gave them far too easy for me. And set pieces as well. So when these balls are coming in from wide areas, it becomes a little bit of a monkey on your back that when you've conceded the last 3 games that I spoke about, where we haven't quite been tight enough with our set plays, it becomes a real issue in your mind, and it's a mental thing then. And we feel it on the bench, and obviously the players feel it. So I was really pleased that the amount of set pieces they had to deal with, they dealt with them really, really well. And like I said, I don't think Josh has had really too much to deal with. Maybe one that's just gone into his hands up here, where he's just calmly sort of taken it right at him. Other than that, there was nothing really we had to deal with. So our line was really aggressive, our distances were great in our units, and nothing more than a positive display from Bath City away from home.
Well, Scott Wilson on, I think it was the first time he hasn't started a game since September, so was it just giving him a little bit of a break, ease the workload?
Yep, a bit of that, and also the amount of work those wide strikers were going to have to do. I didn't want Scott doing that. I want to save him and bring him on as an impact player to try and produce a bit of quality with 20-30 minutes to go. That was tactical as well. It wasn't really about resting him. We knew that Sonny wouldn't want to go up against them physically, even though he battled ever so well. We knew that we had to avoid him having contact with the 2 big centre-backs, come off them a little bit. Never really got his chance today, did he? But when he does get him, we know he's going to score, or 9 times out of 10 he'll hit the target. A couple of moments there, Scotty driving through the middle of the pitch, maybe the slide ball wasn't quite right. He tried to get his shot, that got blocked. Almost worked. So we tweaked it and changed it. I'm hearing people say, oh, we'll change it. Well, we did. We changed it a couple of times, actually, trying to win the game. And we felt as if that personnel out there deserved to finish the game. They worked ever so hard for 95 minutes. And like I say, to come away really with a 0-0 draw. We know where we are, of course. We want to be up and around those playoffs, and you need 3 points to get there. But it's a really good start point for 2023. Like I say, you've got to look at the performance levels. We've got a lot of players missing, a lot of key players missing still. And I'm liking the consistency in the team at the moment. There's a good level of performance about them. And of course, we want Cody back. He's had his injection now, that's great. He'll drop back into training on Tuesday and Thursday, have a good week's work, and then we'll see how quickly we can get him back in the side.
What about Joe Rains as well?
Yeah, Joe hopefully will train on Thursday. It's a slight hamstring, it's nothing too heavy, it's not like a massive tear or anything. I think it's more of a chiropractor. It's sort of linked in his back and his hamstring, so we're going to get him seen to this week, and he's hoping to train on Thursday. So hopefully we'll start to see a few bodies back. There's a bit of business to do. I'm pleased to say James Morton, we only did him really until January because that's all we could do. We've got him now signed up to the end of the season on loan from Bristol City. That's great news. Bit of business still to do. We've got to look at Callum, obviously, see what's happening with Callum Ebanks. Sonny Cox has got a month with us, and we'll look at that as well and see where we are, because with the lack of games we've had at Twerton Park, the budget's a little bit tight, I'll be honest with you. So I've got to sit down with Paul and go through that and see where we are and see what we can strengthen if we can, and we may have to free up a little bit of money as well in doing it. So I'll have to be really diligent in what I'm doing. We've got a set of targets we want. Whether we can get them, we don't know. But now it's about getting into 2023 sort of in a clear frame of mind, positive performance, point on the board, and look forward to playing Eastbourne on Saturday.
Yeah, looking to build on it, because you inadvertently helped their rise up the table, didn't you? A little chat with Danny Bloor.
Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, when Danny was struggling a little bit, he gave me a chat. I like Danny. He come and sort of said, "What did you do last year? What sort of process did you go through?" And I spoke to him, and ironically, he's been on a hell of a run since. So I spoke to him before Christmas, and he said he was hoping that we'd win every game and then look forward to losing against them. So no, listen, all joking aside, it's going to be a tough game. They're a good side. They've really got themselves going, playing an attractive style of football with a real purpose. And again, we'll have to be at our best. We want to make Twerton Park a fortress now. That's the thing. We don't want to 4-3, that's for sure. But we want to make Twerton Park more of a fortress. We've got to put in performance levels like this at home and try and get 3 points on the board. That's what we look forward to doing. We'll have to be at our best to get those 3 points. Like I said, we've got a really important month coming up. A lot of games. A lovely FA Trophy tie to look forward to. I'm going up to Bracknell tomorrow to watch that game. They're playing Hartley Whitney, so I'd have seen Hartley Whitney 4 or 5 times this year, inadvertently. And yeah, I'll get a good gauge on what the ground's like, the pitch is like, the surroundings are like, and of course how they play as well as a team. So start to do the detail around that, and then we'll look forward to Saturday.
Well done for the draw, and we'll see you again on Saturday.
Thanks, cheers, Mark.
Cheers.